do this.
Are we live?
I think we are.
Wait for the phone. Wait for the phone to
I got to
indicate
turn
I'm
off
live.
aeroplane mode.
Why have you done that?
Because I'm not you, where I just sit there and just sit on my phone just going, yes, I agree, Sam. No, I don't agree. So anyway, like, I'm not like that. I actually engage with people that I'm talking to. So
Hello,
I've turned my
wrestling
phone
fans.
onto airplane mode.
And
Hello!
welcome to this live edition, the last one from Suplah City Hall.
It's sad.
It is a sad day.
This is the very last pay-per-view live stream that we're doing. Fuck, we've got Carmine here. Why are we...
with me, as always, it's Carmine.
I'm not always here, but thanks for the encouraging words, I guess. I guess this is the live stream where we just air all the dirty laundry and be like, Andy, we're calling you out.
You should have just been like, and with me, not in City Hall, is Carmen Antonelli.
Someone jelly that I'm the champ.
Carmen Anti-Jelly.
No. No. No.
I was just like, no, don't do
That's
it.
not it.
Just stop.
So anyway, yes, this is the last ever live stream for a pay-per-view that we are doing here in City Hall. We are all sadly going our own separate ways. I am going to be moving back down towards London for career opportunities. Andy
has no idea yet.
No clue. We're not sure. He might be going back to Germany to live with Hans Schmitter. It's still up in the air right now.
I'm not a test tube baby.
I didn't even say that. I didn't say that. And Keelan is going to university. So this is all. Should I have said that?
Potentially not.
I don't think it's like a secret. He's going to university.
First of all, you've said it once before on a different thing. I don't remember where, but you did say it before. Second, it's not like people are going to see, like, oh, he's going to university. Let me find him and stab him. Like, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, Andy. Paranoid.
Also, everyone forgot that Battleground was tonight.
Yep.
We did as well. We legitimately forgot.
We were like... But we've got Alex King, Woofy, and M. Gunter all here. Hello, lads. Welcome back.
And for the last time, this glorious hunk of crap will be...
It's not a hunk of crap.
This prestigious belt,
despite what Sam says, it's beautiful.
Will be defended for the last
time. The last ever City Hall champion will be crowned tonight.
So this is where Ezekiel Jackson wins it, right?
Essentially. But the thing is, the belt is in a little bit of controversy because, as you know, we had not Money in the Bank. What was it? Great Balls of Fire, Great Balls of Suplah. And the belt didn't really get given to anybody because Janie was a champion, but she didn't make predictions in time. So, and I didn't make predictions for reasons I won't go into, but I didn't make predictions.
Okay.
But Janie's contested Andy's win, saying that although she didn't get her predictions in on time, she still got her predictions in the next morning.
No. The rules are they have to be on time. So,
and I'm afraid
champ is here.
Andy's correct. If your predictions aren't in before the show starts, doesn't matter if you forgot to send it. I'm sorry, that is a forfeit. And Andy did win the belt. It was a bit of a contesting situation for a couple of weeks, but I think we have to put our foot down. Sadly, Andy is the possibly last ever City Hall champion. He'll never be the first, mind you. He'll never be the first, but he could be the last, unless somebody, the longest reigning City Hall champion, decides he wants his belt back. Sorry, I realise Carmine's bored.
Very.
Sorry.
So anyway, tonight...
Alex King says Orange Lucozade is trash. What the fuck, Andy?
That's my fancy Lucozade.
You mean not branded content because they didn't give us...
Oh, yes. If they didn't give us money, then we can't say who they are because fuck them.
Yes, which is... We have to censor everything in this room. Just... You know what? We just need to do right, here we go. Right, okay. So welcome to the Suplah.
Why are we even doing a live web show if this is how we're going to do it?
Because we can't promote anything. So, and we realize there's a load of posters in the background. So we're going to have to just do this.
No, let's not do that.
Get your thumb away from the screen.
Oh, wow, it turns green.
Now you're green.
No, don't turn it green.
That's amazing. Look at that.
Is it amazing?
Wait, watch.
Look at him. Shiny things. Shiny! Stop taking my keys.
So we're not here to show that we can make ourselves green with a camera. We're here to talk about Battleground.
Oh, goody.
Wow. Okay, so you're not hyped about this show at all, are you?
Oh no, it involves SmackDown and Jinder Mahal. It's the worst thing ever.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Okay, so let's let Carmine, because Carmine, I don't know what your opinion on Jinder Mahal, the WWE champion, is. What is your opinion so far?
Different than yours. I like it. I think it's refreshing. I think it's not as out of the blue as everyone likes to claim it is, because it's not like he just walked into...
I'm trying to get the card up on my phone!
He's just on his phone.
God damn it! I'm getting the card up on my goddamn phone, god damn it!
You have a computer
He's putting
right
on
now.
better matches than people want to admit. Randy Orton is being a bit of dead weight, and so I'm looking forward to him having a feud after Orton to really show people he's putting on better fucking matches than you want to admit. And
That match, what was the SmackDown, the last SmackDown show? Because it was so shit, I don't remember what it was called.
It was Money in the Bank.
Oh, great. That match was so boring and just so copy-paste.
Yeah, that's what we're missing. It was quite literally,
thing
you
ever.
could have, WWE could have gone, well, they had a match of Payback. Let's just rerun that. Because that's what it was. It was a rerun. Everything was the same interference by the Singh brothers, the same finish. Everything was the same.
Besides him, Orton dropping the Singh brothers on their heads. That was the only thing that was different.
Literally on their heads.
Carmine looks sad.
so The Rock is a terrible wrestler too, right?
No.
Because remember when he had a copy-paste match with John Cena? That makes him terrible, right?
Yeah, but The Rock is a superstar.
The Rock.
Jinder Mahal is a superstar.
Fuck off. It's the
No,
same
No.
thing.
No, are you seriously
It's not.
comparing The Rock with Jinder Mahal?
Yeah, it's not.
I'm saying that your logic for saying Jinder is bad is not good logic.
I would disagree. I completely
Well,
agree with
of
that.
course you would disagree because
No.
you just want to hate it. Everyone's going into these Jinder matches wanting to dislike them, so then they come out, oh, it's boring, it's boring. I watched it and I was entertained. How do you fucking explain that? That means it was not objectively boring.
It was boring.
No, here's my issue. Here's
Oh
my
my
issue.
fucking god.
No, he's entitled to his opinion. If he likes Jinder Mahal, he's allowed to like Jinder Mahal.
He can also
My
think the sky is green. Doesn't make it true, does it?
It's true. Yeah, you're right. That is something you could say the Earth is flat. You'd be wrong.
No, don't.
Surprisingly, people do believe that.
Yeah.
They're wrong, but you know what? To each their own. No, my issue with Jinder Mahal is that he's boring. I'm sorry, it's not even about the quality of his matches. He's boring. His promos are all the same. His matches are all the same. Everything is all the same. He hasn't stood out. He hasn't shown that he's a champion to me. In fact, I'm just waiting for them to realize that they don't need Jinder Mahal to break into India, and they're just going to give it to either Cena, Orton, maybe AJ Styles, Kevin Owens. They're going to take it off him, and it's been an interesting experiment. It was a very interesting thing to do, but I don't think it's worked out. I don't think the only thing Mahal's got working in his favor is he's got the physique. That's it. There's nothing else to me that has made him stand out as a champion. He's incredibly bland. He's got a two-dimensional gimmick. I'm foreign.
Boomy.
I hate America. Boomy. That's literally like there's no depth to the character.
And the other thing as well is that if he's such a big deal, why would his, championship matches be in the middle of pay-per-views? That's because he's a mid-carder.
I mean, there's something that we're missing here. Like, the fact of the matter is...
What the fuck are you talking about? His championship matches are in the middle of the card. They did that once because Money in the Bank, the ladder match, always main events. At Backlash,
Yeah.
he was the main event.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a point there. But,
God damn it.
No. What was my fucking point before you interrupted me? I was going to say something.
Anyway, don't worry, mate. I've got it written down.
I actually hate you. I really actually hate you. I can't remember what I was going to say, but the thing is, he's not showing that he's championship material. He's just kind of like, oh, I remember what I was going to say now. You can say what you want, but the fact of the matter is that Battleground hasn't sold out, and in fact, the ratings for Jinder Mahal's parts have dropped. The ticket sales when Jinder Mahal was announced to be in the main event of Backlash. It didn't sell. It sold slowly. Jinder Mahal is not a champion that people are getting behind. Doesn't matter if you're a babyface or a heel. If you're an interesting character that people want to see, then they'll get behind it and they'll go. Jinder Mahal is just. I'm sorry, he's boring, and he's got
let me say this. Let me say that.
Okay.
Did you think that Seth Rollins, when he was in his first WWE title reign, did you think he was an interesting character, and did you think he was exciting?
I thought he was an interesting character because I was anticipating the eventual turn of Seth Rollins against Triple H. It took a lot. It took longer than I thought. It dragged out longer than I thought, but you could see where it was going. So I was waiting. It had legs. There was something there.
Right.
It was a bit
and ratings dropped the whole time he was champion. Let's not forget. So ratings dropping doesn't mean anything about the champion of that show.
Maybe
it doesn't. How many times have we seen an exciting, good champion and the ratings go down? It's not. There's no correlation.
I would disagree. Personally, I would disagree. I just think that the thing is, Jinder Mahal's character, the depth of his personality is like a puddle in the Sahara Desert. It's that deep. Thank you. I worked on that today. Thank you.
This conversation is not going to go anywhere, clearly. So let's talk about the actual card of the show.
I just want to say, like, if you like Jinder Mahal, that's fine. I just personally, as a viewer, he's not done anything. He comes out, he cuts a promo.
His theme song's good.
Yeah, he's got a great theme song. He's got a great entrance, but he just comes out and he goes, "I am the Maharaja. I don't know why I put on an Indian accent that's slightly racist, but he's like, I am the best. You all didn't believe me to be champion. Yeah, Jinder, we've been hearing this since May. It's been 2 months. Maybe change the tune a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, this could be down because it takes 2 to tango. Maybe it's that. Fandango. Maybe it takes 2 to tango here because Orton himself, everyone knows he's a robot, essentially. Right? So he's not a very interesting character. When you've got 2 non-interesting characters going, I mean, it's not a Rock and Austin situation here. It's not even a Cena Undertaker or fucking Cena AJ Styles. Like, they're both boring people. Maybe it's just a mismatch. Maybe Jinder needs to be put with someone who's got a little bit more
of a personality.
Yes, exactly. Maybe it's not Jinder's fault. But right now, I don't see anything interesting about the guy. And to me, he doesn't. I'm just waiting for him to drop the belt. He just feels to me like like they're just holding on to it until they figure out how to get it to Baron Corbin.
Yep, yeah, I agree with everything there.
So what's the first match on the card tonight?
Oh, in the pre-show, Ty.
So I mean, I think Jinder's gonna win. So I'm gonna just note that down that Jinder's my my pick.
So it'll be Ty Dillinger against Aiden English in a singles match on the pre-show.
They're still doing this?
Apparently.
Haven't they been doing this since, like, I think about as long as Jinder and Orton?
Yeah.
If not a little bit longer.
You know, it's so sad when you see such a promising NXT star like Ty Dillinger, and he finally makes it to the main roster after 10 years. And then all he ever does is pre-shows. I mean, granted, he's actually on the show, which is rare for Ty Dillinger, but he's there. But
I mean, let's not forget the same thing happened with Baron Corbin. He was in an everlasting pre-show feud with Dolph Ziggler, and now he's one of the most interesting characters on SmackDown. So it's not like there's no hope for Ty. But in the meantime, meh.
Well, yeah, it's a shame. Ty Dillinger's going to win, though.
Yeah, Ty's winning.
Ty's probably going to win. I also feel bad for Aiden English because he's really entertaining, but they're not letting him do anything yet. And I don't know why.
He's a glorified jobber, and it's so sad because he is legitimately the real-life son-in-law of Eddie Guerrero, and yet all they ever do is, Sasha Banks, she's part of Eddie Guerrero's legacy. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
No, Aiden English is part of Eddie Guerrero's legacy. He's actually married to Eddie Guerrero's daughter. But no.
Yes, but he's white. You can't connect them. I'm sure that's all it comes down to.
But
Like,
Sasha's not
you can't.
Mexican.
No, I understand that. But if they tried to push a white person as Eddie Guerrero's legacy, people would be way more upset. Even if he is married to his daughter.
Whitewashing, yeah. Okay, that's a fair point. What is the chat saying?
The chat is saying
Wow.
that Aiden has an amazing singing voice. Just saying, says Woofy.
He should sing his own theme song.
He should sing his way down to the ring. That would be awesome.
Yeah. It'd be better than our truth.
Speaking of things
Oh, God.
that look amazing, does everyone like my new haircut?
What kind of segue was that?
My haircut's amazing, though. Speaking of people with amazing haircuts, Sami Zayn is taking on Mike Kanellis in a singles match.
Can we point?
Mike's going to win, and I'm so excited to see him actually wrestle.
Well, he actually wrestled this week on SmackDown, Carmine.
Against Sami Zayn.
Yes, against Sami Zayn.
So
What
it's
the
like
fuck? Why did they do that?
because they're stupid.
Can I just whack out on a very, very old Suplah gem that only Andy will ever get here?
Okay.
Whack out?
Whack out, yeah. Whack out. What?
You can stop saying it now.
Whack out what?
Oh, whack out, whack out. You mean whack out? Stop saying whack out. Do you mean whack out?
What's wrong with whack out?
Just move on with what you were going to say, Liam, for the love of God.
Well, I'm getting self-conscious. Is there something wrong with whack out? Do I say it weird?
I don't know. Just say your point.
But now I'm self-conscious about the words whack out. I'm saying it so often now that it doesn't even sound like words.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Just gonna pull out. No, I'm not gonna use that phrase either.
You know what? Just whip it out.
Can you just masturbate your point, Liam, please?
Just
round
and round and
masturbation
round and
jokes. That's what everyone's.
wanking joke.
That's it. Okay.
Wonderful.
Please just say your point.
Maria though.
Is that it? Was that seriously what we spent this whole time leading up to?
Yes.
The thing is, Carmine, if there's one thing that I've learned in life is that sometimes you have patience, and sometimes that patience leads to something, and then other times it's incredibly disappointing. You wonder why. Shut up.
I also saw Spider-Man.
But shut up, and then you wonder why you wasted all that time.
It's a bit like my love life.
I actually just saw it last night, so.
We can talk about it at the end of the show.
Hooray!
But no, Mike Kanellis is winning this. He needs a strong win, without a doubt.
Didn't he win on SmackDown though?
Yeah, but I think Maria got involved. It wasn't a clean win. Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna nice. How do you spell Ellis? There you go, got it. No, Maria got interfered. She kind of jumped.
She got interfered.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, that's a great use of the English language, mate. Good job. Good job. Do you want to try that again?
Do you want to fuck off?
This is that part of the show where Liam gets in Andy's face and Andy's scared and it's awkward for everyone.
For everyone.
Anyway, so no, she got in the middle of the match. She protected Mike. And then I'm trying to. The thing is, everything fucking meshes into
He
one.
punched him in the face and then hit his FU non-FAA move.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's like fucking 12 hours of wrestling nowadays, and I can't keep up with all of it. I've got to the point. I've got to the point now where I can't watch Raw. I don't watch Raw. I watch the clips on YouTube because it cuts a 3-hour show down to 1 hour, which is still a long fucking time, to be honest.
Honestly, I watch the top 10 videos they do, and that's about it.
That's fair enough.
Top 10 moments of Raw this week.
The best ones to do is either YouTube, the top 10 moments, or This Week in WWE on the network.
Or just don't watch it.
Then how do we do a show, Andrew? Hello, we're here to review Battleground. We haven't watched it. 4 out of 5
So
stars.
I think it might have been okay, but I'm not too sure. It could have sucked.
Yes.
6 stars in the Tokyo Dome.
For that WWE pay-per-view.
So basically,
Andy just likes to take jokes and then shoot them in the back of the head and watch it suffer.
Wow. I'm going to go with...
God.
Actually, no, I'm going with Mike Kanellis
You
instead.
don't- Oh, you went with Sammy and then you said Mike.
I'm going with Mike now.
What's the chat saying?
The chat is saying
Maria
She
legs
got-
though.
he got those legs.
Just Maria in general. She's just stunning. Mike,
I'm at the point where like
man.
I'm at the point where like yes, she is objectively attractive. I'm good.
You know what? If it helps, Ryback's got his wish because I don't know if you've seen what's been going on with Ryback recently.
No,
on his
no one
podcast.
I only saw like a reaction. I don't know what he said.
Basically, he said that the problem with the women's division in WWE is that they aren't sexualized enough, and that they should be getting on the top turnbuckle and shaking their ass. And that legit was a thing that he said. And I just think at this point he's a fucking troll, to be honest.
He's gotta be. Did you hear the thing he said? Was like,
I was originally gonna fight the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, of course he fucking was.
No, you
of course
weren't.
you were. Of course you were, Ryan. Oh no, sorry, he changed his name legally to Ryback.
yes, he did.
Honestly, that is one of the dumbest. That's worse than Warrior changing his name to Warrior.
I don't know if this is true. But I really hope it is. Alex King says apparently Ryback created a bunch of fake accounts to rate his book 5 stars on Amazon.
I've heard this. I've heard that apparently, he made a load of fake accounts to give positive reviews to his own products, and apparently also give 1-star reviews to fake products.
Fake products?
Yeah,
What's a fake product?
what
knockoffs thing.
Yeah,
Who is making knockoff Ryback merchandise?
I wouldn't pay for
Merchandise.
Yeah, merchandise.
merchandise.
Exactly.
Knockoff.
Hey,
It's not merchandise. It's merchandise.
merchandise.
That's what a knockoff is.
It's on
It's a
the-
merchandise.
I can get by that.
Trademark it. There we go. For real now. Any merchandise you see that isn't real merchandise, it's merchandise. There you go. That's the thing.
But yeah, Ryback's a piece of shit, and he's the
Well,
biggest joke.
I find it funny coming from you because I thought you were a Ryback fan.
I'm not a fan. I just think he, as a concept, as a thing that exists in the world, is funny. The fact that Ryback exists is a funny joke in the world. I'm not a fan of his.
He's kind of, you know what? I see what you mean. Like Tommy Wiseau from The Room. Like
Exactly.
just the sheer fact that this human exists and acts the way he does is quite amazing.
And I think the stupidity of the things he tried to do to get himself over in WWE.
Oh, your
are
sister's here,
amazing.
Carmine. Your sister's
I'm
here.
aware. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm aware.
Hi,
And-
Lizzie.
Hello.
I think the stupid things he said to try and get himself over in WWE were amazing, and he's still using them as if they worked. That's the greatest joke ever.
But great.
Oh, no, I think the funniest thing I've ever heard Ryback come out with, and this is a true thing that he said, he genuinely believed that Vince McMahon brought Goldberg back
To get at him.
to make Ryback jealous.
As if they're one and the same.
As if you talk about fucking Goldberg, there's fucking most dominant wrestler of WCW, and you fucking put Ryback in that same fucking equation.
Yeah, as if they're comparable. Just
Yeah.
because Ryback stopped wearing a onesie and started wearing trunks, he thinks he's comparable to Goldberg, and he got the Ryback chance.
I mean, okay, let's talk about how similar Ryback and Goldberg are.
They're
I'll
both-
go with the first one. They're both bold.
Just nick mine.
You know what else?
Well,
They're
you
both.
interrupted me.
You know what else? They're both white.
Oh, I've got one. They both wrestle.
They both eat.
They do. And
They both eat.
they both have
Breathe.
more
They
muscles
both breathe.
than I do.
Yeah, they've got muscles.
Both have giant ears.
Yeah, they've got giant ears.
I've never heard that as something people say about either of them.
They probably have really tiny ears.
You know what, Goldberg?
You know what,
Goldberg,
I'm gonna-
the best spear in the industry, but he's got those big fucking ears, those
I'm
Dumbo
gonna-
ears.
I'm
They're
gonna-
like cushions when he runs into people.
Goldberg's
Oh, I have
ears.
one. They both wear gloves.
They
That-
do,
That's a similarity.
and boots.
And boots. And wrestling attire in general. They both wear that.
And you know what? They've both worked in WWE. They're the same person. Have you ever seen them in the same room at the same time?
No. In fact, I haven't, Carmine.
They're the same person.
It has to be.
Look at his huge ears. Look at the size
He's
of his
pulled up a
ears.
picture of Goldberg to show me the size of his
Look at the
ears.
size of his ears.
I'm gonna actually look this up now.
He's got big ears. Look at him.
Put it up to the camera.
Look,
Put it up to the
he's got
camera.
big ears. Look, he's got big fucking ears. Look at that shit.
He
Look,
does
Robert.
actually have big ears.
He's got really big ears. I mean, I can't talk. I mean, look at mine, for God's sake. But,
Yeah,
you know,
but
I'm going to put Ryback. Maybe he's got tiny ears.
maybe that's why he's so insecure.
Ugh.
Because you do know, right, everyone, that Ryback created Goldberg.
Yeah,
do
it was
know
his
that,
idea.
like, it was his idea.
Oh, no, no, he has got tiny ears.
He's got tiny but pronounced ears.
So
So
they're
they look big, but they're not actually big.
They're like tiny. Look at his little tiny ears. Why has he got such tiny ears? What's that about?
Well, you do know it was Ryback's idea for humans to have ears.
Yeah. He originally thought of it.
He came up with the idea for ears. He said, "Hey guys, you know what would be a great idea if we could hear each other? Let's have ears." And
I came up with
Yeah, but
I
why-
came up
okay,
with the
wait,
ear
no, there's a
idea.
flaw,
Yeah.
there's a flaw here. There's a flaw here. Because number one, how the fuck can people hear what he's saying?
They just originally had holes in their head.
Yeah.
And two, so he came up with the concept of hearing. But if he had holes in their head and they could hear anyway,
No.
then
They
what's
were-
the point of having ears?
What it was, humans were telepathic. So we would tell each other by thinking. I'd look at you, and I'd look at you, and I'd think to myself,
Cheese.
I was going to say you're a cunt,
Oh.
but I'd think that to myself, and then it would just automatically go into your head, and you'll be like, "Oh, Liam just called me a cunt." So then you'd say it back to me in your head, and that's telepathy. And then Ryback just went, "We really need some ears now."
No,
Ryback
Ryback wanted to switch to verbal communication because he couldn't understand telepathy. He couldn't get it to work.
Yeah. So then
So-
Ryback came up with the idea for ears, and it just happened, evolved. The next generation just happened to have ears straight away, fully formed ears, and then that's why that's why stuff happens.
The
now.
most nonsensical tirade we've ever been on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do know Goldberg came up with tirades, right? Like, it was his idea for this tirade. Goldberg. Well, they're one and the same, aren't they? They're one and the same.
That's true.
We've
That's
just said
true.
they're the same person.
Bruce Wayne, Batman, Goldberg, Ryback is the same thing.
Well, I mean, Ryback is Batman. He came up with Batman. Obviously.
He came up with the idea for Batman and all of Marvel Comics.
Well, that's ironic because it's actually DC, but he came up with DC too.
No, I mean he came up with DC and Marvel.
Oh yes. He came up. Well, I mean, he came up with comics in general. That was comics were his idea.
He came up.
Superman was based on Ryback.
Oh,
Wonder Woman was based on Ryback.
The Flash was based on Ryback.
Ant-Man.
Aquaman.
No, not Ant-Man because he wants to be big.
Yeah.
I mean, Ant-Man can be big, but he's
See,
main
what it
thing
was,
is small.
what it was, Ryback based Ant-Man. He based him off CM Punk. Little guy who wanted to be big. Because you ain't as big as Ryback, Phil.
No one's as big as Ryback. He is the largest man in the world. He came up with the idea of Sheamus.
Of course he did. He came up with Sheamus's entire catchphrase. He came up with, you know, it's a claim to fame, lobster head. Like, he came up with that theme song.
Well, no wonder it's nonsensical shit.
Yeah, exactly. So,
What's the next match?
Well, so what is the chat even saying now?
They're all
Alex
talking
thinks
about
Ryback-
things Ryback invented.
Well, of course, Ryback invented things.
He
Just in
invented
general.
being hungry.
He
He
invented.
invented the Suplah.
He invented the concept of food.
Oh, you said
Yeah, he invented Windows 10. He invented MMA, the GTS, ants in general. He invented them.
Yes, yeah. He just went, "Hey guys, you know what we've really got to have? We've got to have Ryback-like species, but they've got to be really fucking small. But they're really strong like me because I'm Ryback. But they're fucking tiny as shit, man."
Little versions of me with a lot of legs.
so. AJ,
And they just fucking love being around other me's. There's just like, we call them a colony of Rybacks. So Ryback, you can't call it a Ryback.
Why not? They're gonna make Ryback Hills, and they're gonna live in the Ryback Hill.
Ryback was originally the one booked to defeat Thanos.
Yeah. Oh, no, here's the best one, right? In the original version of the New Testament, Jesus wasn't crucified. No. Ryback came out and fucking...
And shell-shocked him.
No, shell-shocked, what's his name? Something...
Shell-shocked Jesus.
Those are the original.
Meaty table. This is the Last Supper. You have some fish for all these people.
Well, you do know Ryback was at the Last Supper, right? You do know that.
He just ate all the food, and that's
He
why it
ate
was
all
the
the food,
Last
yeah.
Supper, because they had no food left.
You know the story of the fed the 500 with the fish and the bread.
That's what I just said.
Well, that was Ryback. They only had so much. They had so limited food.
So
because Ryback ate
AJ
it all.
Styles is taking on Kevin Owens for the United States Championship.
I mean, you
Cool.
know, Ryback created the United States. It was his idea. He just went.
We need to stop. We need to stop with this.
I just want it to be a running joke forever.
It already is. But this is going to be a good match because it's AJ Styles and Kevin Owens, and they're great.
Yeah. Apparently, they don't. Kevin Owens doesn't like working with AJ Styles, but I didn't read why. I just saw it online. So
Where'd you hear that?
I can't promote the website where I heard it. Because
Why the hell did you even say it then?
Because I thought it was an interesting little tidbit. I have gas. I'm burping a lot. I don't know why I said that
in the chat. Hit in the chat said, "What have I stumbled upon?" And my answer to that is nonsense. But we're trying to talk about Battleground.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, Ryback did set up this stream, so you've got to understand why.
You know,
Christ.
Ryback did come up with the concept of battles and just war in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty
He
much.
is the god of war.
He is the
Because you do know it was Ryback who stopped Hitler, right? He shell-shocked Hitler so hard that Hitler was never found again.
We need to be careful now
But
because
Hitler was found.
That's not the point. The point is, Ryback
He didn't go missing.
Well, there's conspiracy theories that he ended up in Argentina. Just saying, that's a conspiracy theory. That was created by Ryback.
So he killed Hitler and then also made this theory that he's
Well,
still
he didn't
out
want to be
there.
held accountable for murder. It's quite clearly obvious why. Anyway, the point is, AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens, US Championship. I think AJ's might lose.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because they obviously, Owens dropped the belt to AJ at Madison Square Garden at a house show. And the reason why backstage they did that was because house show numbers aren't as strong as they used to be a couple of years ago.
Oh, it's almost like no one wants to see Jinder Mahal.
Well, it's because
Stop.
well, my theory is because most of the time when you see a house show, okay, just interrupt me.
Ryback came up with the concept of house show.
Okay, right, we're over the joke. In fact, we took the joke further than it really needed to go.
Oh yes, we did.
We really did. Even I can fucking admit that. Right. Anyway, the point is, but a house show is obviously non-canon for the most part. Like some characters break kayfabe a little bit. Kayfabe. They'll interact with the crowd. You might see Babyface be a heel for a night just to test him out. So a house show tends to be viewed. I always see it more as like the practice. Like when you watch football and they do practice matches and practice seasons, and you know what I mean. Like they do training essentially. That's what I always view a house show as. So because of that, most people go to a house show. We've been to a couple of house shows, and you know that when you're going to come out, it doesn't really matter. Like it's out of canon, and the champions are all going to retain. So for a lot of people, they don't really see the reason why, because it's not on television. It doesn't progress any storylines. So the reason why they dropped the belt to AJ was as a way to say, hey, things can happen. Anything goes. And they have done it before. I think the last time was
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. Yes, Samoa Joe won the NXT title. I mean,
Before that was Primo and Epico winning the tag belts.
Yeah. And then I think John Morrison was involved. Now I don't know if he was if he won the Intercontinental Championship or if it was like the Tag Team Championship with Eminem. I think he was involved. I remember Christian or Booker T won an Intercontinental Championship match at a house show. Because I remember I went to a house show in 2004, and it was a Raw one. And one of the matches was then Intercontinental Champion Randy Orton going up against Shelton Benjamin. This was when Shelton Benjamin was in his feud with Evolution, and he was actually doing really well. Like he beat Triple H clean and that sort of thing. And what happened was that Shelton Benjamin actually won the match, and they said, "Here's your new Intercontinental Champion," and the fucking arena freaked out. And then Eric Bischoff came out and said, no. It's now a 2 out of 3 falls match. And then subsequently Randy Orton won.
Oh, was that the one that we went to?
No, this was in Birmingham. So you tend to understand that most of the time, like, what you see doesn't really matter in the overall canon of the WWE universe. So that's why I think they're going to drop it back to Kevin Owens, because this is his first title defense, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think they kind of just wanted AJ to win it because it's Madison Square Garden, for one. Like, it's always a big venue for WWE. But I can see them. I can see AJ and Kevin Owens working to SummerSlam and then maybe splitting off after that. I don't know because I would love it if it's quite clear that Jinder Mahal's going to go one-on-one.
Not bad.
Why did you do that?
I was like, what's this lever do? And it's like, now and I go.
You know what? Just just do the show like that.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Hello.
Just do the show like this.
Daddy?
Never call me daddy, please.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean? Oh, what? You forgot?
Right. Anyway, what was I fucking saying? Yeah. So Jinder Mahal's going to go into a program with John Cena because they want to get Jinder over massively. I hate you so fucking much.
Are you just going to keep going up and down the whole show?
No, but the thing is that
The problem is when he's not talking, he gets bored and he's just fucked.
that's what happens. But the thing is as well is that Kevin Owens has got like the face of America gimmick, and it's it's a bit weird that he's not US champion.
The thing is, and the thing that makes it not so easy for me to predict this particular match is that they both have something going for them as United States champion. Kevin Owens has the face of America and the big bad heel that rubs it in your face that I'm not from here and I have your shit. And then AJ Styles is doing the open challenges. And the thing is with those, they've kind of planted the seed that at some point Nakamura would answer the open challenge. And that would be so fucking cool. And I think maybe what they could still do is if Kevin takes it back, he starts mocking AJ by issuing his own open challenges, and maybe AJ comes out for the first one and Kevin retains. And then, a few open challenges later, Nakamura does come out and actually might take it from Owens. I feel like that might be the next step for this belt.
There was, I read again on the internet, because we all know how reliable the internet is. AJ was on, I think it was Edge and Christian's podcast, and he said that there was a moment during the Money in the Bank match where him and Nakamura kind of have a face-off.
Yes.
Right? Face-off. Sorry, Sam would have killed me if I didn't do that. So they had like a stare down, and AJ said that was he put that idea into the match because he wanted to prove to Vince that the audience would want to see AJ versus Nakamura. Which
why would Vince not think? Why would Vince not think there's money there?
I mean, the fucking two of them co-main evented Wrestle Kingdom, which is New Japan's version of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
like you've definitely got legs there. It's something that the fans would want to see, and I think even the casual fans would want to see.
That's a money match around the world, dude. Like you got to do it at some point.
I think a match between AJ and Nakamura, maybe not WrestleMania, because I think like having Nakamura versus Brock would be way more interesting for a WrestleMania match. Not saying that they would, but I'm saying like you could hold AJ and Nakamura for like one of the big fours. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just feel like I think it's not even going to be a matter of. Yes, we have. Brooks is here, and he says, have they been paying attention to you lovely people in the chat? And Alex King says, nope. Yes, we have.
Alex, for fuck's sake.
So, A, Ryback did not invent Super Brawl. That was me. So
I
feel like...
I have a bone to pick with you.
Hold on. Give me a second. So I feel like Nakamura versus AJ Styles is something. I don't know if they're going to save it for a big four. They should, because it deserves that kind of stage. But I feel more importantly than that, they will save it for the WWE Championship as opposed to the United States Championship. I feel like that's something they're going to want to put on a big, big stage. And I feel like
Potentially,
if you use the mid card belt, they're not going to get quite what they want. I feel like that's going to close out shows. You know what I mean?
Apparently, Sam Brooks wants to hear my bone.
Yeah. So what's your bone?
Yes, we have some issues.
Okay. So,
What? All right.
So
here it is.
I'll do a slight plug for you, actually. Go and watch When Doves Cry. It's on the Suplah channel right now. It's just down there. I think I'm pointing to the right thing. Just go and click on our channel and you'll see. Not now. Don't do it now. Do it afterwards. Where you can go and watch the latest episode of Suplah Brawl. We have some problems.
yeah, here's the
What?
thing. There's a certain someone that joined your stupid thing. No, stop laughing. It's not a laughing matter. He would never join. He will never join you.
Derek runs Derek Club.
Derek is Derek.
Derek
Club.
is not
He
a
has
part
his
of
own
any
club.
other club.
He literally has his own club.
Let
He
it
does not-
out. Let it out because I have an answer for you. Just let it out.
It's Derek.
Is that it?
Derek.
He is the leader of Derek Club.
He is Derek Club, the only member of Derek Club.
Unless he's doing some sort of hostile takeover of Bear Hair Club, which would be good because kill that
It's
fucking
not
club.
Bear Hair Club. It's Team Bear Hair.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, bloody
You always say that.
But no, unless he's taking over Bear Hair Club, then you know he needs
Or
to
Team
just,
Goat, whatever the fucking weird.
yeah,
word
just
it's
he
called, I don't
just
know.
needs to go back to Derek Club.
Let it out. Let it out.
Derek,
Okay.
Derek for
So-
Derek.
Derek Club.
So here's my answer to that. We've already kicked him out.
I think.
Yay!
There was a vote between me, Brendan, and Brooks, and it was a unanimous decision that Derek is no longer part of our team. So don't worry about it.
Thank God. That's fine. There you go. Breaking news, by the way, on breaking.
Our new member of Team Bear Hair is out of the team already.
Yes. Kind of like Daniel Bryan with the Nexus. I was going to say the Nexus.
Oh, I guess we've got probably a lot of time to kill on this show. Do we want to announce, because now there's a tag team division in Suplah Brawl, do we want to announce what those tag teams are?
You can if you wish.
Yes.
Because
There you are.
one of them does have to do with Derek.
Derek.
So
Club.
of course we have size difference, which is Oquan and Brunky Rectus. And of course we have the new tag team champions, the Davis Boys, which is Brendan and his twin brother Brandon. We've also What? Why are you laughing? They're just brothers. They're brothers. They're twin brothers.
No, it's fine.
That's all they are.
So we've got some new teams. The first of which, well, I'll announce you two got to pick your own partners, and not surprisingly, you did not pick each other.
Hooray!
So
Fuck you.
Liam, you've picked the tag team partner of Dragon.
Of course, I fucking
And-
it's Dragon.
And your team name, which I still can't believe I'm going to have to say at some point and be serious about it, is the Killer Milk Floats.
Fuck yeah, it is the killer motherfucking milk floats.
I don't get it, but sure, why not? Andy.
Milk floats for life. Sorry.
Yes.
Andy, you picked the tag team partner, not surprisingly, of Derek.
Derek!
And your tag team name is Team Derek.
No.
No.
No, you need to. Can we rename that, please?
Team Derek.
No, get rid
No.
of team. Just call it Derek. And you have to
No,
say
it's
it like that.
it's gonna be Team Derek.
No, it's Derek.
But,
It's just
No.
Derek. Just
Both-
Derek.
I've already made a thing. I've already made a thing.
You're both wrong. It's Derek Club. It's Derek Club.
Derek's dead.
I've already made a thing that says Team Derek.
Derek Club.
Derek Club.
What's the chat saying?
The chat is saying horse.
Horse.
Yeah, horse is like our Goldberg.
The thing is, Horse was part of a tag team with Tony called the Militant Horses, but Tony is still out of action, so we do not know if that team is going to still exist. We'll have to just see what happens when Tony gets back. But as of right now, Horse, let's just say he is considered a singles competitor.
That's he's Goldberg. He is Horseberg.
Gold horse.
You characters.
Gold horse.
Gold horse.
He
He
is
is
gold
gold
horse.
A horse of gold.
Gold Horse?
Gold horse.
Gold horse.
Oh,
I'm not making a new character.
Rename horse to Gold Horse.
I'm
And
not doing that.
he's got to have Goldberg's entrance.
The
and-
hoof hammer.
Yeah.
The Hoof Hammer.
Instead of the spear, the gallop.
He's already got the horseshoe. Leave him alone.
Gold horse or Horseberg, one of the two. You're gonna go Gold Horse or Horseberg.
We could have a whole stable of horses.
Stop. I'm not done with the teams. I'm not done with the
Stable of horses.
Stable of
I'm a
horses.
genius.
This is
Oh, it literally can just be called the stable.
amazing.
Amazing. We're
I'm not
geniuses.
done with the teams. I'm not
Oh.
finished.
Okay.
So Keelan picked his own tag team partner, and this one actually did surprise me. He picked Gollum Dixie,
I mean,
and their tag team name is going to be My Precious TNA. So, yeah, exactly. You get the joke. So that only left. The first pick I gave was to Brooks since he's the Suplah World Champion, and he picked me as his tag team partner. So we're going to be Transatlantic Vice, and that's all of them. I think.
I thought you were going to say something else when you said trans, and I was like, well, it's progressive, I guess. I was like, that's progressive.
Yeah, Brooks wants to wear a dress from now on. But
Transpans. Transpans! Yes!
But it's literally a pan.
No, it's a pan that was born a kettle. But transitioned into a pan. Transpans.
So what, he just cut the top half off?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Something always gets cut off. I mean...
Why is that laugh? You never used to laugh like this. Why are you laughing like a special person?
Right, anyway, what's the point? So let's go back to the car.
Yeah, we're done with rolling news. That's it.
Apparently, Sam's left. He says that he's
yeah,
gone.
Brooks left.
Emgon says coming out to the golden shower entrance like Baby Orton. I'm thinking he's talking about Gold Horse.
Yes.
Yes.
Not pissing.
That's why I was getting a bit concerned,
Okay.
to be honest.
No, he's just gonna come out to the ring and piss his pants. That's his entrance.
Mm. So we're going with AJ Styles, yes?
I'm gonna go with. I'm
know.
going with Kevin Owens.
I know. I'll go.
Yeah,
with Owens.
I'm going with Owens.
I'm
I
going with
just
Owens. I'm going with Owens.
I'd like to be wrong because I like the open challenges, but I'd like to be right too. I like both of them as United States champion. I don't really have a preference per se. I just think they're gonna give it back to Kevin.
Next is Shinsuke Nakamura against Baron Corbin.
Oh, I forgot that this was a feud that was happening. Yes, Shinsuke's gonna win. I think.
You see, I think they could give it to Baron, but
They
I don't
could
know,
because I feel like they
No, go on.
might book Baron as a stronger Mr. Money in the Bank than we've seen in the past, but typically Mr. Money in the Bank always loses until they cash in, and that's an unfortunate truth. But they could make Baron a stronger Mr. Money in the Bank. It's Shinsuke.
I do genuinely feel like I can't decide which one of these two I think would win. Because I think with the way they've been booked, realistically, it could be either. I think I would say that Baron needs it more, though. Not because he's Mr. Money in the Bank at the moment, but if they're going to try and push him as a main eventer, everyone loves Shinsuke. They've talked about how he's a two-time NXT champion, which is something Baron's never done. He was an IWGP champion. Baron never wrestled outside of WWE. That's a fact, I think. That's a fact.
Yeah, I think he just went from football to WWE.
Yeah, so he's never done the indies. So for Baron to beat Shinsuke, I mean, I think that would make him more of a heel. And he could come out and go, you had all this success outside of this company. You made your name in Japan and got fans all over the world for what you've done. And then I came from football and kicked your ass. You know what I mean? Like, I feel with Baron winning, the feud would have a few more legs. If Shinsuke wins, it would end it.
Well, here's the thing. Alex King says Nakamura will win by DQ. I feel like something like that could potentially happen because I feel like what Baron would do to get heel heat instead of just winning is to cause some sort of screwy finish and sort of use that to say, as good as you are, you can't beat me, even though in reality, neither of them won because he fucked it up by doing some shit. But he's going to spin it to be like, you can't beat me. You're not as good as everyone thinks you are, blah, blah, blah. I feel like he could do exactly what you just said, just a little bit different by doing some sort of dusty finish.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. If he does win via DQ or count out or something, like if it's not a clean victory, then yeah, he can still go ahead and say that, and it wouldn't make like I don't think Shinsuke would be hurt from losing to Baron because they're really building him up. It's not like he lost to Aiden English, for example.
Well, I mean, they sometimes don't even build up their, WWE champions and just almost put the belt on them for no apparent reason. So
okay, all right, dickhead. So Bullet Club versus the Shield says it could end by double countout. That's another possibility. No one wins, but hey, Shinsuke, you didn't beat me. It's that same twist.
Yeah.
Draven G says, how long do we think Corbin will hang on to Money in the Bank? Hopefully not. I want him to cash in before the end of 2017, so that my prediction is correct, and he's world champion by the end of the year.
I think he won't cash in until someone beats Jinder Mahal.
Oh, yeah, he's going to cash in on a babyface that just got the big win. I just don't know who that's going to be.
I feel like I know it would be backtracking and doing what Daniel Bryan and John Cena did, but I feel like you could give it almost to someone like Sami Zayn.
Yes.
And then Baron Corbin comes out. And I mean, I know they did it with Daniel Bryan, but fuck it. It's wrestling. You're going to get the same thing every a couple of years. It just happens.
Everyone's saying it's going to happen at SummerSlam. I think they might wait a little longer than that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be SummerSlam because I'm convinced that John Cena is going to be going up against Jinder Mahal, and I don't think Cena will be winning.
No.
They'll have Jinder go over Cena to try and push Jinder as a main star.
Yeah.
It's totally understandable. But no, I don't think he'll cash in by SummerSlam. No, not at all.
I think I hadn't considered it before, but now that you said it, Liam, I think, yeah, Sami Zayn might be the one to beat Jinder. And
it's just
Corbin.
sort of like something like that. Maybe not necessarily. I mean, it would be great if it was, but do you know what I mean? Like, it could be somebody gets like their big victory, and then Baron just comes out. And,
yeah, even if they don't want to copy the Daniel Bryan storyline too much, maybe they do AJ Styles beats Jinder Mahal, and then Corbin comes out because everyone fucking loves AJ, and if he ruins that moment, he's a heel for life. He's set. He doesn't need anything else.
I just thought I got something that could actually bear with me. It's really long-term booking, but bear with me.
Okay.
So let's just assume that this match is the blow-off, but it ends in a screwy finish, right? Like maybe Baron kicks the shit out of Shinsuke after the match, or he hits him with the briefcase. Anyway, something happens, and then they kind of drift apart for a little bit. They might have another couple of goes at each other, but they kind of drift apart. Shinsuke becomes #1 contender for the WWE.
Yeah, I thought of this too. Yep.
No Mercy, right? It's the earliest I can say it's going to happen, or whatever the September one's going to be. But let's just say No Mercy, for example. No Mercy, right? Jinder Mahal, Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke wins. 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke's a champion. Baron comes out. Boom! 1, 2, 3. And then you can progress. You can keep going with the Shinsuke Baron Corbin
What
thing.
in God's name did you just do?
I came up with a fucking angle. What did you just do, dickhead?
It's my head.
There you go. Yeah, I think so. I mean, maybe not necessarily exactly like that, because, like I said, it's the earliest would be October. So you would really kind of have to prolong Shinsuke and Baron Corbin. And if we go back to what you said in terms of Shinsuke and possibly AJ Styles, it won't work. But you know what I mean? Like, it could be.
Yeah, because people are saying. Specifically, Gunter and Draven G are saying if Baron cashes in on Cena or Orton, no one's really going to be mad. It won't get him heat. So it's got to be someone that the crowd unanimously love, like Sammy or Shinsuke or Styles.
Well, I think for me, I think it would be more effective if it was Shinsuke or Sammy more so than AJ, because AJ's already been a champion. Whereas someone like, particularly Sammy, it would be so effective if it was Sami Zayn. Sammy is a guy that people have wanted to see succeed, to be the WWE champion. They've been desperate for him to have a shot. And as great as he is, something keeps holding him back. We don't really know why. And then suddenly, I don't know, he might get #1 contendership for Jinder Mahal's championship. And, you know, that goes off playing off from what happened in the Battle Royal when Jinder won his shot. You know, now Sammy's back in, and they're like, hang on, I had that match won. You just snuck in with your lackeys, and then you took what essentially was my opportunity. Now I'm getting the opportunity I rightfully deserve that you stole from me. Come No Mercy. Sammy wins. It's his big victory. Everyone's like, Sammy's fucking done it. He's the fucking champion. And then Baron Corbin with his theme song that I'm not going to do an impression of comes out and cashes in, and people will be like, fuck Baron.
Exactly.
Like,
the only internal conflict I'd have with that booking is that then you have to do a Sammy versus Baron feud, and one way or the other, one of those guys is not getting the championship. They both deserve it, and it'd be upsetting that one of them has to wait to get a real title run. But it is going to get Baron some real fucking heat.
Yeah, but you guys are using logic.
That's a good point. We're actually thinking long term.
So I can see Shinsuke winning because they just don't think. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm going to go Shinsuke actually.
I don't know. I originally was saying Shinsuke, but I'm torn on this one. I think just for the sake of being different, I'm going to say Baron.
Okay, fair enough.
Bullet Club versus Shield says, by the way, it's confirmed that I am Suplah Jesus.
You do look a little bit like Jesus.
Everyone keeps saying that.
You look like the westernized ideology of Jesus, not what Jesus actually would have looked like, which is a Middle Eastern man.
Yeah, he would have been very dark. But when I was buying a new car, even my car dealer fucking said that. And it was very weird.
I can imagine you getting a job at the Holy Land Experience as a stand-in Jesus. I'm not going to lie.
What is that, like a Bible-themed amusement park?
Yeah, exactly that.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's in Orlando. Not far from you. You can go get a job. There you go. If you wanted to be crucified every day at midday, there you go.
I'm sure Jesus didn't want to do that either.
I mean,
yeah, it's not like it was something he signed up for.
What you just said and what you just did is pretty much what Jesus' reaction was.
Yeah, be God and I'll be Jesus.
This sounds like the best roleplay ever.
Let's do this.
Okay. What's my line?
I don't know. You will be crucified today.
Okay, all right.
Just say something that God would say.
Okay,
what do you think God would say?
Wait.
Okay.
I think any religious people watching this right now are so fucking angry at us.
Yep.
Oh, what are Christians going to do? Pray for us? Fuck me.
Well, not anymore, dickhead.
Right, are we ready?
Yes.
Hello, my son.
Oh, hello, God.
You're going to be crucified.
Nope.
Okay, then.
And then it never happened.
The end.
Could you imagine if God was that easily swayed? Like, I don't want to. All right.
Yeah. God, can you just stop with the cancer? Okay, sure, yeah, why not?
I never liked it anyway.
I never liked it anyway. It was in beta testing this entire time. I've been getting negative feedback since I released it. I knew I should have you know what? I'm just going to stop.
We need to patch cancer out of people. That's what, yeah.
I just see God as like a software developer.
No, now that Steve Jobs is up there, he's like, hey, you know, that cancer thing that killed me, that really sucks. We should patch it out of humanity.
Oh, God, you know, if heaven's real, fuck me, it might look like a fucking Apple store at this point.
Should we you know, get rid of the DLC that we brought in? What was that again, God? You know, AIDS. Should we just remove that? Yeah, probably a good idea.
What kind of DLC is that?
Who the fuck would buy? Oh, yeah, look, there's a DLC for Planet Earth. It's called AIDS. It kills everybody. I'm going to download that.
Is that like when a game's DLC is a new difficulty level? Is AIDS like the next difficulty level?
Easy, medium, hard, AIDS.
AIDS.
You took it that one step too far.
I'll be honest, though. I'll tell you what, the DLC I'm looking forward to is entitled Apocalypse. I'm fucking excited for that. It looks amazing.
I don't even have anything to say. I don't have anything clever. I'm just...
Well, speaking of the end of...
What else is going to happen at this wrestling show?
Speaking of the end of days, so we're going with Shinsuke then, are we?
Yes, me and you are.
And not Baron Corbin.
No.
Because that's his move. Anyway,
I'm going with Corbin.
In a fatal 5-way elimination match to determine the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam, Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Tamina versus Lana.
Lana.
I certainly fucking hope not. Lana's had like 3 title matches, and the last one on SmackDown was a squash.
Yes, but someone backstage clearly has a fucking massive erection over her, so they're going to push her to the fucking moon.
Well, they're doing a bad job right now then, because she got squashed.
Yeah.
I have read something online.
You can read. that's the more impressive news story.
Brilliant. And
I just want to point out that we have officially gone backwards to 5th grade level humor. And the chat is saying Charlotte's going to win.
Oh, God,
yeah,
no,
I read that Sports Keto, whatever the hell that website's called, saying Natalia is the favorite.
Natalia, I wouldn't mind.
So,
who's in this?
Lana,
Everyone.
Tamina, Natalia,
A lot of R's.
Becky, and Charlotte.
I think. Hang on with me here. There's only like 3 heels in this match. Lana, I do not think is going to win. So that brings it down to Natalia and Tamina. You say Natalia is the betting odds favorite.
Yes.
That would be good with what I'm about to go with, but I feel like Tamina could also make this work. I feel like if either of those 2 won, and then at SummerSlam it's Naomi versus whichever heel, Naomi pulls out the big win. Maybe after that is Carmella cashing in.
Yeah.
I can see Natalia winning.
Yeah, I'm going to go Natalia as well, actually.
I would actually really like to see Tamina win this. I know a lot of people don't like her for whatever fucking reason. The same reason they don't like Nia Jax, which doesn't make any sense to me.
I like Nia Jax. Andy really likes Nia Jax. He really likes Nia Jax, don't you, buddy?
I hate how that clip's been isolated.
No, but I like Nia Jax and I like Tamina because I think wrestling needs a few more powerhouse women, and they're both in that role. I would really like to see Tamina win, and I would really like to see Naomi have a difficult match against her. And she just barely pulls it out, and she gets that heroic victory, and then Carmella comes and fucks it all up. What are you doing, Liam?
What?
You're just like oddly in frame.
Sorry, I was just resting my hand on resting my hand apparently.
Good job. So yeah,
but yeah, I feel like that could be good.
So yeah, it could be a good match. We'll see. In a flag match, it will be John Cena versus Rusev.
Now, the rules of this match are really weird, isn't it? You have to climb the turnbuckle, get the flag, bring it down, then you have to go like race up the ramp and put the flag on a specific flagpole.
I don't fucking know. Why are you all looking at me?
I feel
like that's how John Cena, I think, explained it, and I think that's what he said. That's so odd. Like it's basically it's not a wrestling match. It's a game of capture the flag.
Yeah, I thought a flag match was literally you just get your flag down. That was the point of a flag.
Yeah, that's what it was when Rusev and Swagger had one.
So what? Why do you have to go to this? Now you have to take the flag, wave it 5 times, do the hokey fucking cokey, and put it in a big hole.
Because secretly, WWE
did you say that? Did you say the hokey cokey?
Hokey pokey, whatever, fucking
the hokey Pepsi.
The hokey Fanta.
Everyone's saying Cena's going to win. Rusev's going to get buried.
Yep.
I feel like I actually think Rusev might win this. And I don't have any logical reasons to back that up. I just have a gut feeling. Something about the way they've kept him off TV and he hasn't shown up until now. I think it's partly denial. Like if Rusev lost, it'd be such a bad idea.
I agree with you, but we need to point out the fact of where this event is taking place tonight. Do you know where it's taking place?
It is America!
Yeah, it is in America. But specifically, it's in Philadelphia. Guess what happened in Philadelphia?
They signed their thing.
They signed things.
Yes.
Where the nation was born.
Yes.
In that city.
In Philadelphia, born and raised.
I get it. I get the fucking lyrics now. I get it. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. He's talking about America.
No, he's talking about himself.
Do you think the founding fathers were shooting some people outside of some school and then a couple of guys from England? They started making trouble in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
They got in one little fight, and then we got really scared, and then we're gonna go move back where we.
To be fair, you could think of it as the Civil War.
So the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is a big metaphor for the American Revolution.
Specifically, the theme song. Listen back to it and then think about it as the Revolution. Think about it. Think about it.
No.
Listen to it now.
In
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Do you want me to rap it?
No.
Oh.
Anyway, the point is, for those who aren't aware of American history, which I'm guessing is a few people who aren't American that listen to the show, I know about it because I found it really interesting. You did American studies.
Yes.
But Philadelphia is the birthplace of America, not Washington, as many people outside of America believe. Philadelphia is the birthplace of America, and I can't see a foreigner winning in Philadelphia.
However, don't forget the
be...
age-old WWE rule of the hometown hero losing.
That would give him nuclear heat.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
How often do people lose in their hometown? How great would it be if America lost in their hometown?
Wow.
But
fuck me, that would be a brilliant move, actually.
But here's the thing. You guys are using creativity and logic and reasoning. So guess what? They're not going to do that, are they?
No.
John Cena wins LOL and then beats Jinder at SummerSlam. That's it.
No, I don't feel like he's going to win either of those matches, to be honest. I feel like he's going to lose this, get a #1 contendership for no reason because he lost this match, and then...
fucking Roman Reigns can just say, I'm #1 contender.
Exactly. Exactly. And then he's not going to win at SummerSlam either. I feel like Jinder and Rusev win LOL.
I'm going with
I would like your idea. I do like your idea. I think it's a better idea. But I have to think realistically. And I have to go with Cena. Because I do prefer your idea. But I think realistically it's going to be Cena.
It's going to be Cena.
Well, I'm going to stick with my optimistic pick of Rusev.
You see, he's not been a wrestling fan as long as us. He still has optimism when it comes to...
No, but I did sit through 2011.
I mean, he did.
Yeah.
He still has...
Hey, you say that, but that was a Summer of Punk, WWE style. I mean, it lasted...
Yeah, that quickly turned into the Summer of Nash, don't forget.
Yeah, I mean, it really only lasted like 2 weeks, and then it just...
Yeah.
Hey,
2 weeks of Punk.
That's the typical British summer. That's
I mean, yeah. I mean, they did it British Standard Time for once.
Really?
You know?
And 2013 was a pretty shitty year, I think.
I don't remember anything that happened.
Exactly.
Oh, Rock Cena too. Yeah.
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 And Ryback. That was a lot of Ryback that year.
Oh, he created 2013. It was his idea.
No, the calendar was originally going to stop at 2013, but Ryback invented, or 2012, because the world was going to end in 2012, and then Ryback created 2013 and onwards.
Yeah, and that's how we have to give thanks to Ryback, because if it wasn't for him coming up with the idea of a 2013th year, would have all been dead. That's a fact.
Yeah, so thank you, Ryback.
Thank you, Ryback. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for shell-shocking Hitler. Thank you for everything. Thank you.
The Usos of Jimmy and Jay, the tag team champions, will go one-on... No, they won't go one-on-one!
You always do that.
They'll go against the New Day.
It's a New Day. Yes, it is. Nah, it's Usos.
Yeah, the Usos are going to win.
I hope, because the Money in the Bank match that they had was way better than it ever deserved to be. And it got soured on because of a false finish, a dumb-ass screwy ending. And I hope they don't do it this time. I hope Usos win cleanly.
I just feel like the New Day is so protected. I don't know if they will win clean, but I feel like if they at least get a pinfall by cheating, that would be enough. It's just, I had no complaints about what happened at Money in the Bank. I thought that match was good, dumb finish and all. I feel like it was a good heel finish. And I feel like the Usos will continue to retain in shitty heel ways. That's what they fucking do. They're not going to win clean, I don't think. They're just going to win in their shitty heel way.
Yeah, I can see the Usos winning this.
Yeah, no. I think the Usos are going to win.
Okay, Usos then. Lovely.
Wolfie says New Day. I think Alex King does too, and I think Lizzie does too. I don't. She might just be saying their catchphrase, but I don't know.
Lizzie, come into the room. You can be on the show if you're over the age of 17.
Sure, let's do that then.
Hooray!
Is that not allowed?
I mean, it's not disallowed, I suppose.
Okay. That was weird. So I think we've gone through all the matches actually.
Oh no, there is one more match. The match of matches.
No, we've talked about this.
Have we?
I mean, we didn't mention.
I mean,
it was a
vaguely.
Punjabi prison.
Just-
Yeah, I mean, we didn't.
Just a little bit.
We didn't talk about it being in a Punjabi prison,
Oh god.
which, by the way, is the worst fucking match in the world.
That I can't argue. Punjabi prisons are stupid.
You can't see anything. Hello.
Hello.
She can't hear us.
No, she can't
So-
yet. Come over here and get a headphone. Don't just stand there.
Hello.
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 You can
So,
join us on the show if you want.
are you picking Usos or New Day?
New Day.
You think New Day's gonna win?
I think New Day's gonna win. I
Okay.
hope New Day wins.
Oh, because she hated the fucking.
I hate endings like that. I
New
always
Day
have. Okay, hi.
Yeah, she hated the count-out finish, but I thought it was fine.
Fair enough.
Hi, everybody.
Alex King says, can Jinder do a finisher off the top of the Punjabi prison? That would be the most metal hardcore
That would be
shit.
sick.
And I think that would actually get everyone to fucking love him.
I would want that. I want that.
Who are you rooting for, Lizzie, with Jinder and Orson? Who are you rooting for?
I actually kind of like Jinder as a champion, so I mean, I think I'd like it if Jinder was a champion. Has there been some kind of thing I don't know about this match?
Everyone hates Jinder except me and you, basically.
He's just boring. He's got no personality. He
Yeah,
just
the
comes out, he says, I'm Indian, you're not, ha ha ha. And then he just fucks off. And
That's
then
That's
Randy
not
Orton comes
even
out.
what he says.
And then
That's
Randy
not
Orton
even-
comes out, he's like, you've got my belt. And then he's like, I want my belt. It's like,
Orton's
okay,
way
great,
more
Randy.
boring than Jinder.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying he's not, but that's the problem. You've got two boring people wrestling. It's like watching two
I don't think Jinder's boring.
fight.
I just don't think he's boring.
Either way, he's going to win this match.
Oh, yeah, he's won the match.
yeah.
Without a doubt, he's won the match.
Absolutely.
I don't know how much the Singh brothers are going to get involved. They're probably just at the very end. They're going to like, Orton's going to be falling down from, I don't even know how the fuck, how does this match work?
So, okay, the way that, have you ever seen a Punjabi? What's that?
I have
Punjabi.
I have watched one, but it was a really long time ago, so I don't remember how it
I
works.
don't think I've ever seen one.
So, it's basically, there's a cage within a cageception.
So
Yeah.
this is
The
a
cage isn't made of metal, it's made of
That's
bamboo.
not what Inception is.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sharp bamboo, I think, right?
Sharp
Like at the top,
bamboo.
it's pointy.
Yes. So, you start off in the ring, right? And there's a little cage that's around the ring. And you can ask for the door to be open to escape that cage. You've got 60 seconds and that door stays open. If you miss it, that door stays locked and you can't get out. And you can do that 4 times to try and get out. Alternatively, I think you can climb over the top. Right? I think that's the rule.
Isn't it sharp and pointy and stabby?
Well, I haven't seen it with sharp and pointy and
Well, then
stabbiness
the
on
match
that.
goes on forever and it never ends.
Yeah, because then if neither can escape, then what the fuck happens?
Literally.
Someone has to burn it down, in which case Orton has the advantage.
Yeah. So then you both fight. They both fight in the bigger cage, and then they just have to climb over that. And that's
So there's no door in this bigger cage, it's just
There's
climb.
there's no door in the bigger cage. You just climb out of the cage.
Has anyone ever climbed to the top of the inner cage and then just jumped over to the second wall and
Yes.
then just like immediately? Really?
Batista did that.
Did he?
Yeah.
Huh.
He was like,
Cool, I
I
like
can
that.
fly.
Yeah, so especially for someone like Batista,
Really
like a giant
right
fucking mountain man.
I think the first one ended when Big Show pushed Undertaker through it, and then they were like, well, Undertaker technically hit the ground first, so he wins.
Like that stupid RVD cage match?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just gonna say, I thought that happened at a cage match, but I guess I just got a match confused.
No, they did both, I guess.
They did both.
They do it all the time. They do it all the time
Love
with
that.
everything.
That's funny.
It's like
Except with the cage match, it was dumb because it was like Bobby Lashley, and he like had RVD like this, and he just rammed him into the wall, but it was flimsy, so he fell out of the ring because the wall went like bloop.
I'm surprised you guys.
like a dog door.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't talk about St. Valentine's Day Massacre because Big Show did that to Steve Austin as well when he debuted. It was a
Oh,
steel
yeah.
cage match with
Maybe that's what
McMahon,
I was
and
thinking of.
He threw him out. He threw him towards the cage, and the cage just fell open. And then
I'm
everyone's
hanging
like-
on.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Well, Austin wins because his feet touched the ground first, so doesn't matter."
good job, Big Show.
Nice one. Yeah, straight off the fucking bat. Nice one, buddy.
Thank you.
But I think the issue that we have, that people have in general with the Punjabi prison match, is that it's overly gimmicky. It's so gimmicky. It's too gimmicky. It's
I
WCW.
can't see.
Yeah, there's that as well, right? Not only is it gimmicky, you can't see what's going on. Whose idea?
Don't they? They usually have a cameraman inside of it, don't they? Because you can't see what the fuck's going on.
And here's a point that Keelan said. So you basically redesigned the Elimination Chamber because you couldn't hold the thing up in modern arenas anymore.
Mhm.
That thing is bigger than the Elimination Chamber, like the old one.
Yeah, but it's also bamboo.
Yeah, it's not like 6 tons of metal.
And I remember seeing they set it up for SmackDown where nothing even happened except Orton climbed it. And I just remember thinking I would hate to have been the poor son of a bitch that had to set that up for nothing.
Yeah, literally just to see Orton climb the fucking thing.
It's
I don't know what this fucking modern day thing is where it's like, we're having a ladder match, so we'll come out and put a ladder in the ring and do a promo on top of the ladder. Every time there's a ladder match. Every single time there's a ladder match, they do that.
Symbolism.
Symbol fucking twatism. That's what it is.
It's fun to sit on a ladder.
Shit. Except it's not fun to sit in the middle of a fucking tree of bamboo forest where no one can see you.
Yeah, I remember you showed me a picture that I think Brooks showed you.
Yeah.
And like I could just barely make out that people were in there. I couldn't tell who.
Yeah. That's
was
pretty much
crazy.
that's the gist of it, essentially.
It's like those like pictures of cryptids that are super blurry so you can't tell what it is you're looking at, but it's like, no, see, look, it exists. I told you.
No, gender is real.
Gender is real.
So from a scale of
2017.
1 being really bad
Mhm.
to 10 being like the Hindenburg disaster, how bad of a match will this Punjabi
43.
The match is gonna be fine, I think. The only reason all the Punjabi prison matches before it have sucked is because they were starring Great Khali or Batista and Big Show.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually,
Those aren't
yeah. Well,
Those aren't
those
high caliber matches.
Well, I think for me, it's just too gimmicky. Like it is WCW level gimmicky. Like it's you've got two
WCW do a lot
cages.
of gimmicks.
Oh, you have no idea.
I don't.
WCW had a match. It was called a triple cage match, and you had to go into the cage, and then on top of the cage was another cage, and then on top of that cage was another cage, and in the top cage was the championship, and you had to go up to the top cage, right? You had to climb up to the top cage, get the belt, but you didn't get. I don't think you won the belt as soon as you got it. You had to go back down and exit the cage.
Yes.
So you could climb.
No thanks.
Yeah, you could climb all the way up of the fucking thing, and then get to like the second cage, and then someone steals it and runs off.
It's like a McDonald's play place match.
Literally.
It's a McDonald's playpen for boys.
Yeah, big boys with dumb matches.
Yeah. And it kind of feels like that because it's like, well, you've got a cage, but the door's open, but they only open for 60 seconds because when they're closed, they lock, and then if all 4 are locked, you're buggered, and then you get into the bigger cage, and you have to just climb over the thing because fuck you.
Yeah, and didn't WCW
Fuck you,
have
that's
basically a Royal Rumble where they just put 2 rings together?
That was War Games, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Like
I
it
mean,
was just a
what?
Royal Rumble, right?
Why did
It
they
was
put
a,
two
it
rings
was it
together?
was a cross between Royal Rumble and Survivor Series elimination matches. Because members, am I right? No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am sort of right.
Yeah. It was basically a giant battle royal with like 3 rings.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I-
Yep, it's that sister.
Hi, Brooks.
I mean, I think the worst though is not just WCW. I think the worst I've ever seen was TNA.
Oh, you had to try and climb into the cage.
You had to climb into the cage, reverse steel cage match.
That's the worst thing ever.
So then what were they? Were they just like on the floor before that?
Yep.
And they just like were fucking around and they had to climb it. Like, what happens once you get in?
You win, but you're trapped.
I think my
Welcome
personal
to your new
favorite,
home. It's a cage.
my personal favorite. I think they did a #1 contendership for. I think it was either the heavyweight or X division. They did a #1 contendership. It was a reverse battle royal, but the first 2 people to get into the ring would then compete in a singles match, and then that's how that worked.
Was it a race to the ring and then punch each other?
Yep.
I liked the idea better where it was a battle royal, but then the last 2 people, now it turns into a regular match.
Well,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
that
fine,
just
but-
kind of? Oh, never mind.
No, yeah, they have to pin each other. The
Yeah,
last 2
I
people
forgot that part for a minute. Yeah.
have to pin each other at the same time. It's very difficult.
What is this?
That's pinning each other at the same time. You ever tried to do it? It's not easy.
I think it's literally impossible.
Punk and Cena did it.
What? What do you? No. What do you mean Punk and Cena did it?
Night of Champions. I don't remember what year. I think 2014, 2013, 2013. It was Punk and Cena could not beat Punk, and it ended when CM Punk hit Cena with a German suplex, and the ref counted to 3, and then they looked at the replay, and both their shoulders were on the ground, so it was a tie.
That's funny.
It was stupid as shit.
Yeah, it is stupid, but that's also funny.
There was also one
Anyway.
time back in, I think it was 2002, 2003, Triple H and Shawn Michaels had a match on Raw, and Shawn Michaels super kicks him and then falls on him, but he falls too far, so his shoulders are on the mat, and they're like, it's a double pin. So the title has to be vacated, and they vacated the world title.
They vacated it for that?
Yeah, this is the thing about wrestling. They change the rules. Because usually, if it's like a double pin, it's like, well, it's a draw, so the champion retains. But in this case, for some reason, and here's the dumb part.
They
Right?
just wanted to vacate it, so they just looked for any excuse.
I guess.
Oh, no. Because Triple H was the champion, so they vacated it because both men pinned each other. And then there was a match, I think, the following week. It was a triple threat match involving, I think it was Edge or might have been Rob Van Dam. Guess who won that match? Triple H.
Was it Triple H?
Mm-hmm.
That's so stupid.
That's like when John Cena lost the belt for whatever reason, then Rey Mysterio got it, and then John Cena got it back like the next day.
Cena lost it to Punk, and then Punk left the company, so there was no champion. And then they had a tournament
that's it.
where Rey Mysterio won it, and the same day John Cena won it, and I wanted to kill myself.
And then Ray made that weird
He
face.
made a fish face when he won.
Yeah.
No one talks about that part. We're the only ones that noticed.
Wrestling's fucking weird.
It is.
It's very weird.
And Jinder Mahal's going to retain tonight. That's really the end of it.
Jinder Mahal's retaining.
That's what I want.
Maybe the Singh brothers are going to, like, when Orton's coming down from the second cage, they're just going to, like, hold his butt up in the air so he can't touch the floor.
I got it. I got his butt.
I
He's
got him.
not touching the floor technically. It's fine.
Jinder, hurry! He's wiggling. You good?
Right.
It's wiggling. I can't hold on.
So
But,
we've gone through the card. I think we might. We're going to end this early. I think we've agreed.
Yeah.
Because
I'm hungover.
is that every single time?
Professional.
Yes, there's I'm not going to talk about what happened last night, but yeah, we thought we were just going to end it early because there's no point just dragging this out for another half.
Oh,
hour.
wait. Brooks has a question in the chat. He says, I got a question for Chewy and Fuckface. Why can't you two just enjoy the dumb fun that is Jordan and Angle?
What, do they not like it?
They don't like it.
Wait, who's he
Why not?
talking to?
I don't know.
You two.
Wait, but who's who?
Yeah, who's what?
Liam is Chewy and Andy is Fuckface.
Why am
Yeah,
I
that sounds about
Chewy?
right.
Just go with it, Chewy.
Why am I?
Why
Chewy?
don't you
the
like
noise.
Jordan and Angle?
Do the noise.
What noise?
That noise.
Chewy noise. Chewy noise. The chewy noise. Do that.
All right, let's determine it this way. Which of you two is better at impersonating Chewbacca?
I wish he sounded like that.
Can we please just, if Sam's watching,
No.
you just get that clip, just zoom in on it, but just use it all the time for no reason. You know, you know how when we have to cut because there's an edit and he goes, "Duck!" You've got a new one now. You've got a new one.
All right, Liam, your turn. You do it.
No, I'm not that fucking stupid. I know what.
Okay, so Andy is Chewy, Liam is fuckface.
There we go.
It sounds like a goat.
Oh, apparently
So-
because I'm hairy. How do you know, Antonio?
Well, anything's more hairy than Andy. He doesn't grow any hair.
Ah, that's a good point. It's because he was genetically created to not be hair. Not be hair. Not be hair. What?
It was successful. He is not hair.
Good job. You just sit there and just shut up.
Lay down for a minute before you hurt yourself.
So why don't you like Black Sun?
It would have made more sense for it to be Gable.
Yeah, it would have made more sense, but it's more fun that it's Jason Jordan.
It's way funnier.
It's stupid. The whole thing is
It's
dumb.
not stupid.
Why
it's
is it
fun.
stupid?
It would have been. It would have made more sense for it to have been Gable. Gable actually looks like
But it
him.
doesn't. It's not like it doesn't make sense. It's perfectly
Gable was
within
an
the realm of
Olympian.
possibility.
Gable was an Olympian.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Gable makes way more sense.
But that's why it's funny that it isn't him.
Can I just say something? And I don't mean this to sound as awful as it might come off. But the more I think about it, the more I think that Jason Jordan kind of looks like what Angle would have looked like if he was black.
He doesn't. He does kind of resemble Angle.
Definitely a lot more than Gable does.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see the relation between Gable.
I
and
mean,
Angle.
I'll be honest. Yes, Jason Jordan does look a little bit like Angle to a blind man.
No.
You know, I mean, it's but certainly possible in the realm of possibilities. That made sense, right? What I just said. No, it didn't.
It is totally within the realm of possibility. It's not like it's some absurdity like giving birth to a hand. It works fine enough, and it's funny. I think it's funny.
Sam
I think
Brooks
for me, I
says
think
that do you forget that you're watching wrestling where things don't have to make sense?
I
Would
think
it
the
kill you
weirdest-
to just enjoy something dumb?
No.
I enjoy The Room. I love dumb things.
Exactly.
I love dumb
Why
things.
is this so much harder to enjoy?
The thing is that what's weird to me is that they tried to do an illegitimate son angle literally this time 10 years ago. And
Yeah, but this one is at least better than Vince being Hornswoggle's father.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it makes more sense,
Yeah.
but it's fucking Hornswoggle. Nothing would have made sense with him involved. I think you had a better. I think it would have made more sense for it to have been Gable, and it's not because he's black. It's because Cable. Who's Cable? It's a fucking
Cable, the Deadpool companion.
Cable, the Earth 2 version of Chad Gable.
Ready, willing, and
Cad Cable. Earth 2 version.
Cad Cable.
I like that.
oh, had cable.
Cahadi Cable.
Gad Chable.
Gad? Egad, it's Cable.
Egad, it's Chable.
Chable.
Why do you laugh like that? Anyway, so yeah, I just think it's stupid. It's just dumb.
It's dumb fun. Enjoy
I
it.
like it.
No,
Have fun, damn it.
no, I don't. No, damn it.
You know what? This is.
All right,
this is-
Grandpa, go back to your room.
You know what it was. You know what this is. This is peer pressure,
Yeah.
right? Do we cater to peer pressure?
Yes.
Okay, great. There we go.
So Andy now enjoys the storyline.
Great.
I know it's stupid.
It's not stupid.
We are allowed to not enjoy things.
Yeah.
You don't enjoy anything though.
No, that's not true. I enjoy The Miz. I really like The Miz.
I enjoy.
Anal.
Name something on SmackDown you like.
Sorry, Lizzie.
I just thought because Andy looked hurt when you said that. He's like, what?
Did he just reveal my biggest secret?
I thought we were friends.
How could you do this to me? Why have you forsaken me?
Is that whilst the act is going on, or?
That's just whatever you want it to be, mate.
So yeah, it's just bad. It's just.
It's not bad.
To be fair, Andy, that's your go-to for everything when you don't know what to say. You're just like, it's just bad. Name something on SmackDown that I'm enjoying. Fandango and Tyler Breeze. Boom.
Okay.
That's amazing.
They're great.
They're
pretty fucking great.
They're one of the funniest acts since. Christ, a funny act. I'm trying to think of a funny act. When was the last funny?
Team Hell No was funny.
Team Hell No. There you go.
I love those two.
It's just like Fandango's comedic timing and delivery is so good.
Yeah.
The chat's going insane. Like,
Why?
what? I didn't say anything. What is happening?
They're all talking about Andy and his butt.
Hashtag occupy my
What?
butthole.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that one out loud.
Oh my god! What is this? What does this show turn into?
We talked about Ryback killing Hitler, and now hashtag Occupy my butthole.
Stop saying that.
What? Occupy my butthole?
I'm done with this shit. I'm done. Fuck this.
Bye. Oh, okay.
That's what Andy does. He pretends to leave for about half a second, and then he stops doing it.
To be fair, it's his room, so if he leaves me in his room, and he doesn't want to do that because I hide stuff from him.
He does. He hides all my things.
My
Does that sound familiar?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Literally, he put all of
I
my.
lost my 3DS for like how many months?
It was like 4 months.
4 months.
You didn't ask where it was.
I looked for so long, and finally I just came in. I was like, I don't have my 3DS anymore.
It's because it was hidden for so long without you saying anything that I forgot that I took it.
And then one day I think I mentioned it in passing while I was sitting on your bed, and then you're like, stand up. And he lifted the mattress. It was
under my
under your
mattress.
freaking mattress.
That's amazing.
I was sleeping on your 3DS for months.
I've not managed to hide something for that long of time, but my favorite was I've managed to hide Andy's all of his games, all of his DVDs.
Oh, you put them in my pillows. So when I went to sleep that night, I just went, ow.
His mirror.
Did you not think to look, hey, why is my pillow all hard? And
My
how
favorite
it should...
one, his full-length body-sized mirror, I managed to steal and hide. And all whilst he was in the room.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, you're just taking stuff from a blind man at that point.
I'm not blind.
How did you never notice he took your mirror?
Full length, by the way. Not like a little portrait, like fucking full length one.
Brooke says, remember when Andy locked the toy belt in his room and you got into an argument about it while he was visiting?
Oh, yeah.
What?
He stole the... I was the City Hall champion, and he nicked the belt, and then he locked it in his room, and he was like, it's not fun to steal things, is it?
Yeah.
And I went, the difference is, Andy, is I don't put your stuff behind locked doors to the point where you can't get to them. But my favorite is I steal stuff, and then I give him riddles and challenges in order for him to get them back.
I don't do that, do I?
You're like, it's like a, what's that game called where it's like warmer, colder? What is that called?
Hot or cold?
Hot or cold? You basically do that with me. I'm looking around like, where else have I? So look, your trash can. Did you throw it in the trash can?
I did that like once.
One time you put it in your freaking nature box.
I did that.
Nature
I mainly
box.
put it in my closet.
You also like to take my glasses and put them in your closet.
Yeah.
And then I lose them in your stupid closet and I can't see.
We call them a wardrobe.
Yes.
Ah.
And this title.
Although, ironically, we still use a phrase coming out of the closet. I don't know why we should be coming out of the wardrobe.
It doesn't sound as good though, does it?
Everyone's just talking about like taking Andy's stuff and like him having to complete a series of Saw-like challenges.
That's the next level.
No,
Or
I
war
don't want to
games.
soar off
Well,
my-
it is sad because in a week's time we will all be moving on from City Hall. So
You don't have to worry about it anymore.
yeah,
Goodbye, City Hall. Goodbye.
Are we going to take this moment to go on a tour of City Hall?
As
Let's
we
go on a tour.
oh yeah, take him on a tour of City Hall if you want.
You sure this is a good idea?
No, but it's your laptop and your webcam, so I don't really care.
No, I'll put it back.
Well, that was pointless.
They did not announce what they're doing with the
Fantastic!
belt.
You can
Brooke.
see my Optimus Prime T-shirt. Yep, you can still see. My
like
Prime.
what Brick says, read the secret asshole.
Only to you.
And on that note,
Yes.
So we're not doing a tour. Okay.
Oh,
No,
good.
No,
we
we're
don't
not doing
know.
it all because Andy's lazy.
so this has
Okay.
been the final stream live from City Hall. We will continue to do
Oh,
these,
this is sad.
just not in the same
This
place.
is really sad. This is the last City Hall live stream.
Where were
I
you
think we
going?
haven't taken.
They're moving out. They're all moving to different places.
Oh. I didn't know about this.
Yes, we're all moving to different places for different reasons.
How long were you guys living together? Like what?
A year.
Since September.
That's it?
Nearly a year. Yeah,
Yes.
because he did a masters, and I felt sorry for him because no one wanted to live with him. So I was like, I'll come. So it's about time you know the truth.
So what are we doing with the championship? What are you guys doing with it?
May I hold it? No, I just need to. We need to hold it up. To
No,
talk
no,
about
no,
it.
no, no, no.
The City Hall Championship is, I'm afraid, we'll be getting a Viking burial at sea.
We can't do that. We're not allowed to do that.
Then what the fuck are we doing with it?
Well, I don't know. We should leave it for the new people who live here.
But then I don't want them to be City Hall champion.
Well, then,
They're just gonna throw it in the garbage.
Play a game of rock, paper, scissors to see who gets it.
no, that's no.
I think whoever has it tonight gets to just keep it. And that's it. That's officially their belt.
They're not the active champion because the championship will be decommissioned, but they
the
get
belt
to
is
keep
going to be
it.
retired. They'll have the
I have an
physical belt.
idea.
What?
Brooke says, "Please throw it in the river. I will pay money."
No, no,
Yeah, if he pays, certainly.
no. So what we'll do is
Sell it on eBay.
No one will buy
No
it.
one would buy
I
it.
don't know that.
I know that.
it's no.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Here we go. Suplah bid. If any fans who are watching want to buy the City Belt Hall,
The City Belt Hall.
Wow! Oh God! Let's try and advertise that on eBay. People are like, "Oh, wow, that's a completely new thing. It's a hall made of belts."
Face of this. I fucked up. That's the face of I fucked up.
Oh my God, Liam.
There's a reason why I'm the champion. It's because I can
It's
say
the
it.
face of defeat.
anyway, so we're going to put this up for any fans who may want it. If you want the City Hall Championship, you may purchase it for
$1 million.
I was going to say we'll be happy to do it for 12 to 20 pounds.
Why don't we just?
Alex King says he'll pay £1 for it.
I know what we'll do. We'll just rename the belt the Suplah Prediction Championship, and then
But
We-
how
Well,
are we
how
going
you
Are you gonna mail it to each other every month?
Yeah, like, well, you've come up with a thing.
Whoa,
and
hang
what,
on.
you
Bullet
mail
Club
it
just
all
said,
the way
come
over?
on it, Andy.
what?
Bullet Club just said, come on it. You're not Paige. No.
The bidding is now up to £4. Alex King in the lead.
I'm not selling the belt.
Why not?
This is my precious.
All right, Gollum.
So if no one wants to buy it for £20, whoever ends tonight as the champion will get to keep the belt. How about that?
Okay.
You watch fucking Keelan win it.
Fuck's sake, can
Oh,
you?
get him. He might need to do his predictions if he's.
Oh,
if he's-
Keelan! Keelan! Jesus.
At least I just text you.
Go get him. Fuck. Keelan!
Oh my God.
Ow.
Keelan!
So I should probably take this moment to plug the fact that the Crash Bandicoot.
And also, it's the final stream, so we can...
Ew.
The final stream ever.
So me and you finished our Crash Bandicoot 1 playthrough. The
That's
finale
what
went up on Friday.
What?
Yes.
What have you done?
Nothing.
What have you done?
I've done nothing.
What
He
have you
licked
They're
the
done?
talking
rock.
about Crash Bandicoot.
What did you do?
They're talking about Crash
You
Bandicoot.
did something. I know you do things.
I didn't do anything.
You do bad things.
I
know you do
Where's
things.
Keelan?
I don't know.
Is he having a shit?
Keelan.
He's probably having a shit.
Brooks said, "What about the GTA streams?"
GTA streams will be going to a very special time. They won't be finished. They're going to be a lot less regular because it will have to involve me and Andy meeting up to do it. Anyway, here's Keelan. He's got
Hi,
to
Keelan.
do his predictions. So, Keelan, the agreement is whoever has the City Hall Championship at the end of tonight gets to keep the belt unless someone wants to pay 20 quid for it.
Keelan wants it.
You want it? Okay, well you've got to either pay 20 quid or you've got to predict correctly. What are the matches? Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, you haven't told him.
I thought he knew. Everyone's saying hi, Keelan.
Make sure we can get him like up on the mic so we can hear what he says.
so it's Ty Dillinger and Aiden English.
Ty Dillinger.
Okay. Sami Zayn versus Mike Canales.
Mike Canellis.
AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin.
There. See? Nakamura.
Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Natalia versus Tamina versus Lana.
Oh, fuck. Lana?
John Cena versus Rusev.
John Cena.
The Usos versus The New Day.
New Day. Ooh.
Jinder Mahal against Randy Orton.
The modern day Maharaja.
And there we have it. The final stream from Suplah City Hall for the final time. The championship of this house.
The last
will be
ever
defended.
City Hall championship is going to be defended tonight. That didn't make sense, but I'm going with it anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We've had Carmine and Lizzie on the show.
I'm Andy.
Yes, yes,
Yes, you are.
We've had Keelan on the show, and we're going to go.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Very, very loose
I've
ending.
never done this before.
You've done plenty of these before.
Not the point. Everyone say goodbye.
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 Bye.
How does this start?